my YouTube family. Okay, I'm gonna get right into it. Now, this is a topic I should have got on a long time with you guys because there's a lot of my viewers that's trying to jump out there and get their own authority. And like I told you guys, I'm gonna always tell you the good and the bad. A lot of people, they're gonna share, their experiences out here, but they're not gonna tell you everything, And I try to be transparent as much as possible and as honest as I can, so you guys can make wiser decisions than I did when I first started. Okay, so the topic is insurance, right? Truck insurance. I want you guys to know how important this is because truck insurance can put you out of business if you don't choose the right one wisely. Okay, and I want you guys to understand, when I jumped out there, I had a mentor, right? But he was fairly new too in the game as far as on the independent side. So he told me as much as he knew, but when I actually got out there, getting my experience and seeing things for what it was, I realized he did kind of mislead me, but he didn't have any malicious intent when he did that. It's just because he didn't know any better, in my opinion. Okay, all right. So when he started, he told me how much he was paying a month when he first started trucking. He told me he went with Progressive. They gave him a quote for like $2,400 a month, right? Because I think he said, I don't know why it was that high. He was telling me there was a reason why it was that high. I know he was in Pennsylvania. I know he told me that he was a new venture, because insurance companies, that's the first thing they're gonna ask you. They're gonna say, are you a new venture? A new venture meaning a new company just starting out, fresh DOT, fresh score, everything just new. So they're gonna ask you that, right? And for whatever reason they charged him, he told me he was paying $2,400 a month with Progressive, if I'm not mistaken. I know he did get in an accident. His truck caught on fire. I think he had his truck for like 2 months and it caught on fire, electrical issues. That's why I tell you guys, man, coming out here, man, there's gonna be unexpected things that are gonna take place, but whatever. It caught on fire, and I don't know if it was after that fire, his insurance was up to $2,400 a month, but whatever. He was living in Pennsylvania, so that played, I would assume that it was something, whatever, I don't remember at the time. But keep in mind, so when he told me $2,400, but then he told me after that first year it went down dramatically. Okay, so I was like, all right, cool. Now, fast forward, when I was giving him, I was shopping around. I was giving him the quotes that I got from a lot of the companies in Florida. And I'm like, okay, bro, these quotes are pretty high, man. You think this is normal? He was like, well, it's not that bad because you got your trailer paid off cash. You don't have overhead on that. And your truck note is fairly low, so those rates are not that bad for you in your situation. So I took his word for it and I jumped out the window. Boom, I went ahead, purchased the insurance. But as I got along the road, right, and I'm talking to other independent drivers, man, I met this dude in Maine, Haitian dude, man, and I was telling him, man, what was going on. I just started, blah blah blah. He's giving me advice. He called me a few times, whatever. And when he asked me how much I was paying for insurance, he was like, man, that's way too goddamn high. And I was like, oh, by the way, it was somewhere like $17.85 a month. That's how much I was paying a month. $17.85. And then they got late fees. If you ever late like 7 days after the due date, they'll probably charge you another $100. So whatever. So now, when I told him that, he was like, why the hell is your insurance so high? I was like, well, that's the rates that that was the best rate I could find at the time. He was like, man, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. He said, so as I was explaining to him, and then I told him, he was like, where are you from, by the way? I told him I'm from Florida. He was like, oh, that's the problem right there. I was like, what you mean? Well, that's the problem. He said, listen, man, everyone in the trucking industry knows Florida and Georgia have the highest insurance rates. He said, what the hell were you thinking? And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, man, insurance rates are high because they got a lot of theft, a lot of insurance fraud over there. And, you know, that stumbles over to, you know, a lot of truckers getting hit a little harder. And then that's when I realized, I said, damn, okay. So I realized at that point I made a mistake, right? And learning lesson. I'm not gonna say a mistake. It was a learning lesson, you understand? And I was supposed to make this video a long time ago because I wanted to share that with you guys, because a lot of people don't know that jumping out there. If you're from Florida or Georgia, you got it coming. If you're going independent, you want to have your own authority, you got it coming. I met this one dude. That's why I keep telling you guys too, talk to other truckers, man. If you're one of those introverts that stay to yourself, you just in the truck, no, you got to get out there, talk to other drivers, get on here, watch as much as, all the YouTube videos you can. It's not gonna give you all the answers, but it'll give you some. You understand? People, there's some honest dudes out there. I remember I was watching Casanova when I first jumped out there, and he was telling me, and I was just listening to him. He gave me a lot of good advice. You know, when I first started off in the game, I was a company driver then watching Casanova. He was pretty, you know, I could relate to him, man. The brother seemed very genuine. He was real about a lot of the information he was putting out there. And, you know, he encouraged me to jump out there too because of a lot of progress he was making. So he was my inspiration at that time, you know. It's just funny though, when I started making YouTube videos, I noticed, like, you know, other YouTubers are scared to say other YouTubers' names because of subscribers and whatever beef. You know, I don't know, man. A lot of the drivers and a lot of YouTubers, point blank period, I noticed they're real funny about even saying other people. Me, I'm gonna give credit when credit's due. There's a lot of guys I watch. If I like them, I like them, and I'm gonna share their name. If my subscribers unsubscribe from me and go to them, that's their business. I don't care. At the end of the day, I put this information out there for the ones that's using it and go from there. But it's just weird. I noticed the YouTube community is a little weird, man. They get real, like, funny style about saying other truckers' name out here. But whatever. But it was important for me, man. I lost my point. But basically, what was I saying? Okay, whatever. So basically, it's important. Okay, I remember where I was at. Okay, so now I met this dude in Miami. He was from Texas, and he was telling me about insurance. We're talking about insurance, right? And when I told him my rate, he was like, God damn, man, that's crazy. You understand me? He said, man, listen, I'm from Texas, bro, and I got 2 trucks, and I'm not paying that amount. I was like, wow, okay. So it varies from state to state. A lot of people say shop around, but when they saying shop around, you know, whatever state that you're in, they're the one that could give you insurance. So if you're shopping around in Florida, you could call all the agencies in Florida, insurance agency in Florida, they still gonna give you a jacked up rate. It varies. When they say shop around, code word for literally you gotta shop around in different states. Now, how you can get into those states, because I know, you know, there's states that are cheaper. I ran into one dude was telling me North Carolina has cheap insurance, South Carolina has cheap insurance, Texas has cheap insurance. Like I said, these guys, they shop around. When they say shop around, that's what they mean. You might think they mean locally shop around. Nah, it ain't no locally shop around, because like I said, if you're from Florida or Georgia, you got it coming, like I told you. So even if you go and talk to every agency, their rates are going to be pretty much the same. So that's my video right there. It's important that you guys understand that, the ones that are jumping out there to get your own authority, compare the different states, you know, find out which rates are the lowest, man, because like I said, it can make or break you in this game, man. Insurance, man, is a very big expense, and you need it. You can't even activate your DOT without insurance. So, I mean, it's necessary, but you want to go about it the right way. So like I said, if somebody would have told me what I'm telling you guys right now, it would have saved me a lot of money, like I told you, man. But that's my video. If you have any questions, or any other subscribers, I mean not subscribers, any other viewers watching this want to add on as far as like you know, make the topic about insurance, because you know, you guys know about the struggles with the insurance, you know. So you know, share some of the agencies and the rates that you're paying and what state you're from. You know, add that in the comment section, man. Like I said, you know, this is a community, this is a trucking community, man. At the end of the day, we trying to help each other for the most. Well, I know that's my intentions. I don't know about all the other truckers and out here in the YouTube world. I don't know if they're in it for, like I said, subscribers or for the people. But like I said, I'm doing it for the people at the end of the day. And like I said, it keeps me, you know, sharp and coming up with creative ideas while I'm out here, man. So it helps me too. So like I said, like the video, subscribe. I got some more videos coming down the tunnel. I'm gonna get at you guys later.